Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Chris's Beer Reviews. Today is Wednesday, April the 2nd, and I'm going to try to make this review a little short today. I've had a long, rough day at work, a lot of things going on, a lot of work-related stress, yada, yada, yada. You know the drill. So anyway, I had intentions on just kind of coming home today and having a nice, crisp, refreshing beer after work, and so I stopped off at the beer store. And I was just going to pick up a six-pack of, just something mediocre. And I saw something that I've actually kind of been wanting to try for a while. It's a very familiar brewery. Everyone is, I'm sure, tried a beer from this brewery at one point or another. But anyway, enough bullshit. Let's go ahead and let's introduce it. It is coming out of the New Belgium Brewing Company out of Fort Collins, Colorado. And it is the New Belgium Shift Pale Lager. And from what I've read, this beer is pretty exclusive to can only, which is no problem for me. I've actually had a lot of great beers that were sold in cans. So anyway, looked it up on Rate Beer. I'm not going to get into other reviews, scores. I kind of had someone make kind of a suggestion that I did not read off the reviews from Rate Beer or Beer Advocate, because they said that they're here to watch my reviews. They don't care what other people have rated it or scored it. They want to know my take on this beer. So I'm going to take it in consideration. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, I looked this beer up on Rate Beer just to kind of get a just a general idea of what it's about, and to see maybe if it told what hops, malts, etc. Were added. So anyway, this beer comes in at 5% alcohol by volume, which is a little lower than I'm used to. 29 IBUs as far as the bitterness scale goes. Let's see what it says for hops. Okay, the hops used are Target, Nelson Sauvin, which I'm not very familiar with those two hops, Liberty, Cascade hops, which those last two I'm pretty familiar with, Cascade being the most familiar. The malts used is Two Row Pale and Munich malts, which are two great malts. Can't go wrong. It does not tell type of glassware used, so I'll probably just pour it into a pint glass. Doesn't tell any food pairings or anything, but anyway, enough of that. Let's go ahead and let's crack this thing open. Let's pour it, see what it looks and smells and tastes like, guys. Like I said, this is their Shift Pale Lager from the New Belgium Brewing Company. So let's go ahead and let's pour it up in a pint glass. I'm not used to pouring cans as much as bottles, so this may pour a little bigger head than what some of the reviewers were saying, and of course I'm right. Beautiful looking. Looks like a typical Pilsner. A little bit of lager characteristics. Tons of carbonation. The carbonation bubbles are actually sticking to the side of the glass. I'm not used to seeing that with India Pales or stouts or so forth. A lot of bubbles on the bottom of the glass. Strange looking. Pours a nice, I would say a nice 2.5 finger kind of eggshell colored head. Decent head retention for a lager. Actually, take that back. Most lagers do pour a big head, but they don't have very decent head retention. Like I said, like a Pabst Blue Ribbon, which is more of an adjunct lager. Pabst pours a huge head, but it fades out quickly. This one has got a little bit of more of the pale ale characteristics, maintaining a decent amount of head, but a nice golden kind of. It's a little darker than a Pilsner, more of like a like it says, a lager. Kind of a lighter golden amber, pretty translucent. I'm still getting a lot of carbonation rising from the bottom to the top, which is helping a lot with the head. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's put a nose on it and see what it smells like. Okay, this does not smell like a pale ale nor a lager. This smells like, to me, more of a saison or saison, however you want to pronounce it. It's got a kind of a farmyard characteristic on the nose, which what I mean by that is a lot of wheat, or I wouldn't really say wheat, but it's got a malty characteristic, but it's a lot of grains. Kind of smells like hay, fresh cut grass, sort of. Or fresh cut hay. I wouldn't really say grass. It's got a little grassy characteristic, but more straight hay. A little bit of fruitiness, probably peaches, just a very subtle hint of apple, and I'm getting a little characteristic of a little bit of lemon characteristic, kind of lemon zest. But it's, to me, this beer smells like a saison. It's not very. To me, it's not similar to an ale or a lager or a pilsner, for that matter. I mean, it's, to me, it just smells like it smells like it's an old review I done back last year sometime. I think it was Green Flash Saison Diego, which I was not impressed by that beer at all. Terrible beer. I'm not very into saison. Now, I've had one other, I can't remember what it was, and it was a little better. But and Green Flash is a great brewery, but that particular beer was not good to me at all. But everyone has their own opinion. But anyway, enough of that. Let's go ahead and let's take a drink. Let's see what this thing tastes like, guys. Okay, this beer is a lot better on the palate than it is on the nose. Which, I'm not saying that the smell was just horrible. It just had too much resemblance to the Saison by Green Flash. But on the palate, it's a very crisp, very refreshing beer. Medium bodied, has a little bit of, like I said, hay, kind of earthy, kind of a farmyard smell or taste that kind of mimics the nose. So a little bit of fruit. Actually quite a bit more fruit on the palate than on the nose. I'm getting, like I said, peaches, a little bit of apple, quite a bit of lemon zest. But I can definitely taste the hops on kind of midways going down to the finish. It has a slight bitterness, being 29, 30 IBUs, not bad. Not the most bitter of beers, but it has enough bitterness to give it a little bit of an ale characteristic. But not bad, guys. My friend William would probably label this beer as what he calls, he kind of coined this term, but he calls it lawnmower beer. This is like an upper end lawnmower beer, which means a beer that is good on a warm, kind of hot summer day, either during or after you mow your lawn. Great refreshing beer, be good on a summer day, and it is kind of warm out today. And springtime, I believe, is here finally. Leaves a good amount of kind of spotty lacing on the side of the glass. Nothing major, but a decent amount for this particular style of beer. But like I said, enough hops on the finish to make it a little more interesting. So not bad. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this beer a good solid 6.5 to 7. Not bad. It's nice and crisp, perfect for the day I've had today. I've had a rough day, so I just wanted something simple, but with a little character, something that I could, slam pretty fast. And this is definitely one of those beers. I'm going to take one last chug, guys. I'm going to go for the day. Hope everyone has a great rest of your week. Wonderful weekend. As always, drink safe, drink responsible, and cheers, guys.